It was so nice seeing John Fresh Breeze on the pitch, by the way.
Hello, Rebel, and welcome to this cast of the Wooden Stand-ins versus Slaanesh Slaughterers. I'm joined for this one by our old friend Full Metal.
Hello!
It's him again.
I get it all over the place, me, don't I? It's crazy.
You really do. So it should be an interesting match, this one. We've got star players galore.
Yeah, not one, but two. Count them, two! Totally ridiculous and awesome. John Fresh Breeze, one of my favourite. I mean, I used to play a tabletop Blood Bowl, and the miniature of him I always loved, and it's so nice to see him actually on pitch in game.
Yeah, his character model is excellent. Certainly one of the better ones.
Surprisingly similar to one of the original miniatures of him, just better. No, obviously, we don't want to count Stoutkus out for this game. But he's got a great big uphill task against the Sage, the previous reigning champ.
Yeah, there's very few prediction brackets that wouldn't have the Sage winning this one.
I think there was one. Oh, no, it might have been three, actually. I think it was three who had the Sage going out in this round.
Alright, I'm just going to pause the replay and shift it back to the start so that we're in sync.
I am right at the beginning myself.
Alright, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so it looks like the Wooden Stand-ins have opted to go on the offense. Which is unusual for Wood Elves, because they do like to usually, it looks like they think they did anyway. Wood Elves usually like to defend while they've got a full team and then go on the offensive in the second half because they don't have many players to score.
I was going to ask you if you agreed with that decision.
Well, I think what we're expecting to see. If you're going on the offense as Wood Elves, we're expecting an almost Inarian style player. If you know the solo ladder, which is just a very high scoring. Put it all on the chaos to recover and touchdown. So I expect if he is going on the offense, we're not going to see an 8-turn slog. I think we're going to see a fast.
No, you wouldn't expect him to stall it out and just take a beating. You'd expect him to get one on the board and then try and turn over quickly, because he's got what, 2 War Dancers and Eldril Sidewinder on the field. I
believe, he had one of his War Dancers was actually missing for the game.
Well, Fresh Breeze is essentially a War Dancer in his own right.
Yeah, so he technically still has 2. He's a better War Dancer. He's better than default anyway, because he's got Diving Catch, Leap, Sidestep, and Agility 5.
I have to say that
pretty ridiculous.
That standard War Dancer, Cumberbirch is a cracking looking player.
Yeah, Mighty Blow plus movement, sidestep, really good. The one turn threat from him alone is pretty terrifying with sidestep and movement 9. I also really like Eldril. He's going to offer a lot with Hypno Gaze as well, I think.
Yeah.
So I would expect to see a attempt at a high scoring game, because he doesn't catch it off the kick. Yeah, simply because it's just, if you wanted to do the 8 turns of getting beaten up, you do that on your defense, not your offense.
Exactly right.
Early fail from Benedict Cumberbatch to do anything of interest, but that's fine. You look how deep he's going already. He's setting up for early action.
Oh yeah, he's straight in there.
Good old Jordell as well. Good look at the
character. Sage has got some scary players. So
you
don't
Sage
want to let them get into the game.
Sage is all about the damage, and he only really has like 3 claws, so they're not too wasted. But he's got all 3 of those claws also have Mighty Blow, which makes an impact on fragile elf flesh.
They absolutely creamed my dwarf team the other week, so I certainly know that they can pack a punch.
Thing is, one thing Stoutkus has done very, very well is if you look at all of his lineman level ups, all of his own linemen have dodge.
Yes.
Near enough, apart from the guard one, because he got guard. I also really like the way he's kind of left a couple of his journeymen on the bench. So that when it comes to his defensive drive, he's got journeymen to stick on the line of scrimmage.
Yes. Yeah, Sage has got, what, 2 tacklers? So, and you'd expect them to be focusing the big important players, not the linemen with dodge.
Oh, absolutely. It's likely to be Jordell, Eldrill, and this war dancer, that Benedict Cumberbatch, which is, by the way, a brilliant name.
I do like the theme on this lot.
Yeah, it took me a minute to get it, but then when I read through it, it's like even their stadium is called The Set, so they really are just all like Wood Elf actors. It's fantastic.
When you've got
Early
puns
damage.
of this quality, you deserve success.
Absolutely. Early damage coming through from Surge to get a KO onto a Lorna.
Yes.
I don't think Stoutkus is going to mind.
No, you'll not lose any woody tears over that, will you?
No, I really think Surge needs to focus players like Eldrin, because at AV7 and when he's got Tackle and Mighty Blow... Has he got Tackle and Mighty Blow on the same player?
No, he doesn't. He's got a Strength 4 Tackle, and he has got
Wrestle Tackle.
a Wrestle Tackle.
I almost feel like, he wanted a tackle somewhere. Possibly... See... Oh, hello. Oh, that's a counter KO from the Wood Elves.
Nice.
I like that. That's the Mighty Blow doing a thing.
Now, you'd very much expect this to be a score at this point. Depends how many blocks he's going to take.
Yeah, he either is going to take an awful lot of hits coming in, or he's going to run it in, or he's going to have to roll a lot of dodges.
Yeah, he's going to get pasted if he stays in this setup.
But no, there he goes. 2-turn touchdown.
Indeed. That's 1-0 to the wooden stand-ins, and Alpine Chino, another great pun.
I love this team, the team's naming theme. I really, really do. I can't wait till he gets more players back, because he's quite a lot of... He's got 4 journeymen on the pitch. So it'll be interesting to see what other names he goes for. That guy stays out.
He does, yeah.
But he's just a loner, so no, I'm sure Stoutkus isn't losing any.
Sage's guy stays out as well. Pair of ones.
More well, it's not. That's not really a concern either, because that's a Blue Dice, the 0 out of 6 SPP beastman. So
He's essentially a journeyman at this point.
Worthy of note, Stoutkus does have a Babe because he's on a 3+ rather than a 4+.
Yes.
But yeah, you'll definitely see Stoutkus sticking these. Well, he set up. He's like, I changed my mind.
No, Jordell, calm down, mate. You're not going that far forward.
Yeah, we're not sticking war answers on the line. That's insane. I would expect to see all 3 journeymen hit the front line here. I don't think he's going to let his guard take a hit.
No.
That would be insane.
Does he have a kicker? He does not.
Is he just put a dodge player on? I think I'd probably put the 3rd journeyman on, to be honest.
Yeah, the one that's on the subs bench.
He's definitely not putting that guy. The one who's Denzel Wall Nuttington was 14 out of 16 SPP, so he wasn't going to put him on there.
No.
But I'd prefer to see the 3rd Nimrod. Is he really called Nimrod? Is that a default name?
It seems to be, yeah, Nimron.
Nimron.
I mean, Leonardo Di Ceresio, who is the lineman he has put up for slaughter. He's only 1 MVP away from a level as well.
Yeah, I don't think I'd put him anywhere near a Mighty Blow, especially because dodge is nice, but if your opponent has block and Mighty Blow,
well, that's probably not the player that the Sage would want to have the ball.
Yeah, that's a bad place for the ball.
Quick, let me get rid of this so I can stamp on someone's head.
Well, he could always stamp on someone's head, hope he gets sent off, and then the ball scatters somewhere useful. But I doubt it.
Big hit incoming.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at this. 2 dodges, but the second one was from tackle. So that's why I wouldn't have advised putting there. But he's okay. He survived with the stun.
And the journeyman gets KO'd.
But that's what they're there for. They are literally there to... You know what? Being a Wood Elf journeyman must be the worst job in Blood Bowl. Because you literally know that all that's going to happen is you're going to stand in the front line against big...
By the looks of things, it's quite a short job, because you get hit once and then you just leave the field.
Gith Maraith, no long-term effect. Yeah, he earned his money. He's off the pitch with a sore head. But
oh dear me, this is a massacre.
Yeah, welcome to Powtown population Denzel Wall Nuttington.
So that's the blitz used, so there'll be no more pain coming this turn.
Unless he fouls. But I don't think he's going to foul just a dodge play.
No, not when he's stunned.
Especially with the fouler holding the ball.
He's going to hand this off.
Extra arms. Doesn't do a thing because it was a 6 on the catch. That's fine. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how. Oh, well, oh god, that's a bad start.
No, that's not good at all.
Running directly at a block Mighty Blow player with a player who doesn't have block and has armor value 7, and then failing the Hypno Gaze is terrifying. And just a push again from Benedict. He's not feeling it today, is he? He's not G'd up.
No, if he's going to need action from Cumberbatch today to have any chance. Because, you know, the Beastman don't have impossible armor to break.
Yeah, what I really like about this strategy of taking Jordell, though, is he's got a cage that he doesn't have strip ball. Right?
No.
That's super important to know. So Jordell is as good at jumping in, you know, as good at one dice blocking the ball carrier as Benedict is. However, Jordell's better at the lead and is disposable, although he's just being battered by a tackle. But he's absolutely fine. What a beast that Jordell is. Yeah, as I was saying, you know, Jordell is almost like an expendable cage diver.
Yes.
Because you know, it's not going to affect the long-term development of your team. If he jumps in, batters a beastman, gets the ball free, but then, you know, next turn dies in the process, he got the ball free and it doesn't affect the long-term development of your team. Which is why I love the idea of picking him up. I think it was inspired to go that way.
Well, I mean, especially when you have the level of inducements that Stoutic has had for this game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, seeing Eldril hit the pitch isn't a surprise. He's one of the most popular star players in the game, I'd say. Because Hypno Gaze is so good.
Here comes the Eldril foul.
Absolutely standing on Eldril, because Hypno Gaze is bad, right?
Oh. Cheerio.
And for a stun as well, that's upsetting. That's a level of... That's equal. No,
so...
one more elf off.
Oh, hang on. We have a fireball.
Instant fireball, just... Oh my word. Stun. Resist on the ball carrier, but
I tell you what, that
the
ball is open now. And Jordell is in there. Here comes Cumberbatch.
I like this that he moves Jordell into mark and then uses Cumberbatch.
And that is a fat pow.
Surprise!
Where's this going to go?
Oh, and a mighty blow hit as well breaks the armor.
And Cumberbatch he's away.
Can you imagine, like, Sage was a bit puckered at that point when he saw that armor break coming in? Because that could have been terrible. But no, Cumberbatch is free and clear. Not even a reroll burnt in that action.
Wow. Good coverage. And suddenly this is a big ask for the Sage to stop this going 2-0 by turn 5. Which, to be fair, it's exactly the sort of start that we said that Stouticus was going to need here.
Yeah. Oh my word. And absolute coverage as well, making it impossible. Because I was counter movement, and Eidolon had a really good shot at getting through, and now he has like almost no shot at getting through.
This rookie can have a go.
Yeah, he's got to, hasn't he? Really, but you're still using a rookie to try and power.
No, it seems he doesn't.
Why would you? I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that action to not blitz that. 1, 2, 3.
Here comes guard. I mean, a Chaos Warrior dodge is not impossible, and then 1 GFI. It's 2 dodges.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that either.
Well, I mean, I don't think Sage will like this position at all. He gets a KO on Robert Dogwoody Jr. And here comes the blitz.
That's this is a long play through to get the split in.
He doesn't go for the ball.
He's just trying to get bodies on the ball, I think, without having to roll too many dice. But with 4 rerolls, yeah, with 4 rerolls, I don't necessarily hate just throwing people at the ball carrier. And
will he gaze here? He will. So that's Chloe out of action.
And then all you need to do is blitz through with Benedict, who's a pretty safe blitzer, especially with a reroll.
Against a rookie, yeah.
Follow and then dodge out the other
Doesn't
way.
have to follow.
He doesn't even have...
He's got the movement.
Oh! Oh, the end zone tripwire.
Sage knew what he was doing.
Oh, did he?
Nope, he's avoided it the second time. And, well, do we have a massive upset on our hands?
We're, what, 3-4 turns in? And with 2-0 down for Sage, that's terrifying. Because, you know, I mean, he had to use his fireball, but he's proven that he can get into a cage and get the ball off. I mean, next time he might have to do it without a fireball. But with 2 leaping war dancers, especially given one is...
All of the KOs are back. And Sage is back too.
Literally all of the KOs came back there, yeah. The actual Babe doing a big thing, because 2 of them were Babes.
Well,
Robert Dogwoody and Aethoth.
11 versus 11. And the Sage is 2-0 down. Defending champions, remember?
When you're going into your turn 5 as Chaos, and you're 2-0 down, and oh god.
That's landed at touchback.
That's big. That's the biggest. I like him getting on the strength 4 player, who's quite close to the front with stand firm.
You feel he needs a touchdown before halftime.
Not only that, but I really like him being on the strength 4 player just because he's really hard to leap into because strength 4. Welcome to Powtown, Leonardo Di Ceresio.
Still poor fella.
One of these dodge players on the line. I don't know if I like it.
Well, I certainly don't like it when the powers keep rolling in.
I kind of feel like Sage needs to be more aggressive with the ball. I think he's holding it back with only this. Well,
he has 4 turns, but you do feel like if this goes 2-0 at half time, it's a long way back from there.
Well, yeah, because then you've got to turn over a Wood Elf team who you're hoping is going to down men, but they're not going down men. It's 5 turns of bashing, they've lost 1 player, and he was a journeyman anyway.
It's stuns and KOs, and the best value Bloodwiser Babe I've seen this season, I would say. One single Babe bringing back multiple players.
The other thing I would say as well is that I really like is that because of the 2-star player pickup, Stoughton went from 11 men on the pitch to 13 men. Because, you know, obviously with Journeyman refilling his ranks, normally he'd only ever get 11 players.
Yes.
But every star player you hire doesn't replace a Journeyman, so
he's got
it's really helped
strength in depth. Because a Wood Elf lineman isn't a terrible player.
No, absolutely, but...
He can get around and make assists when you need him to.
Yeah, the fact that he has extra of them is really nice. Sage has 2+ strength beastmen. That's actually disgusting.
This team is horrible.
It is horrible, but it's facing going out before it... Oh, that's... I can understand really well, to be honest, because I wouldn't want to take a free hit on my guard.
No, he's an important player. He's already been knocked out once, and almost returned the favour.
He's okay. He's fine. Lots of dodges.
I think that's to be expected. I don't think he wants to stay next to any of these players.
Oh no, he's not going to give up a free block.
If you can limit Sage to just 1 hit per turn, then not only does it keep you guys on the field, but it makes it quite difficult to get through.
Well, especially when no one's dying, you know? They're surviving pretty effectively. Is he blitzing with a ball carrier? I kind of feel like that's insane. Oh, he's gone for a surf.
Wow, okay. Well, you said he had to go aggressive. Oh, he really wanted the surf, you're right.
Yeah, burning the reroll on a POW when he could have just taken a shot at an injury.
So the ball now sits right on the sideline. There's 2 leapers knocking around.
And there's a Wood Elf catcher in play to...
The guard player's in range.
See, if he can bring a player around the front of this beastman...
He has to lock this down entirely, doesn't he?
It doesn't matter, he can't...
Oh, he has stand firm. You're so right.
So that's why he's done it. But he's still opening up a free hit on ball. Because he can put, one of these wonderful fellas, in fact, there goes one of them, right into the back of Stickaz, and now he's got a 1 dice on ball.
Here goes Jordell, doing his nonsense again. Yeah, move the... I know he's going in with Cumberbirch.
Of course he's going in with Converge. Converge has Mighty Blow, and that is a big hit.
Oh, wow.
An unappoed big hit.
Apo used, but it still missed next game.
Oh, was that appoed? Yeah, it was. I meant unrecovered.
There's a failed dodge. He re-rolls.
Yeah, but hang on. Sage is now out. Strength 4, stand firm, frenzy block, beatment. And
Oh yeah, that's huge.
Skulls on the next turn. Am I slightly ahead of you?
I think so, yeah. If you just pause it for a second, I can obviously just edit this out. Okay, go again.
So we've just seen the double skull.
Yes.
Nice stun. Piling on, of course you do.
Why not? He needs to get elves off the field.
But the ball is still in at least one tackle zone. And that War Dance has sidestep, so he can, unless he goes down, it's always going to be in the tackle zone.
I mean, this first half,
surviving punch after punch for only a stun as well.
Everything is coming up Millhouse for Stouticus so far.
What is going on with these Chaos Warriors, Chaos team, and their inability to hurt anybody?
If you're Sage, you must be getting... I mean, he's a vastly more experienced Blood Bowl player than me, but you must be feeling some frustration at this point.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to tilt, but I think he's going to be a little bit upset. Oh, man, look at that.
Dear me.
He had to wrestle him to the ground. I mean, that does open him up for a big old foul, which I'd love to see.
Not a great value foul with all of the players knocking round.
I don't know, I kind of feel like any foul, Pow on Al Pancino, I feel like any foul on a War Dancer is a value foul, because 42% chance to break armor.
And he followed that up. He could have left him in as an assist.
Yeah, well, he couldn't because of the guard guy.
Oh, it was the other player. My bad.
Guard being on the edge of the pitch like this is troubling for Stouticus.
Okay, so Sage still in a good position to score on turn 8.
Is he going to be slamming a 1 dice against this?
I think, honestly, if I'm Stouticus, my dice have gone this well up to this point, why not roll the dice again?
Why not just get...
Oh, wow.
Another knockdown. Hey, who needs, like... This elf team is insanity.
This is remarkable. And when I say that nobody saw this coming...
Not many people saw this coming. I think Stouticus may have seen this coming because Stouticus was, like I said earlier, he was kind of upset that people saw him as a speed bump. But I don't think that's a mark of disrespect because this is the Sage.
Ah, that's actually, I've had it confirmed by Stouticus that that's actually not true. He's been misquoted on something there.
Ah.
Yeah, he said to me he was quite happy to sort of, I think, be the underdog. I think really as far as I would see it, you're up against the Sage, you're up against the defending champion. If you lose, then no one's going to think any worse of you as a Blood Bowl coach for that. But if you win, then what a scalp you've taken.
Well, it's starting to feel almost like when. That was a really insane player with it.
That's a 5+ pickup and a failed handoff, re-rolled. This is vital.
To a fail.
The ball goes down again.
Which was his score. That was his only chance to score. He didn't have the movement to get it in on the sure hands guy if he dodged back out.
Yeah, because he stood up.
So his only choice was to hand off to a Chaos Warrior in the tackle zone and then hope the Chaos Warrior can dodge out.
Well.
We were just saying, weren't we, that being 2-0 down at half-time for the Sage would be a bad place to be, and he is, in fact, thanks to some friendly... You know what? I'm not going to say it's been a dicing, but I'm going to say the dice has been friendly.
Yeah, it's not a dicing as in Sage has rolled double skulls and ones constantly.
No, but Stouticus
because
has...
Sage hasn't actually rolled a 1 yet. Or a skull. Has he rolled a dub skulls yet?
Bav Bavarian and Matthew Mahogany suffered injury. Oh no, another injury for Sage's squad.
Wow.
That's a Chaos Warrior with block and guard off. Traded for a stunned Wood Elf. These Wood Elves
this is remarkable at this point.
Stunned. It's phenomenal. It's just like they get shoved around and they get stunned, but they just don't die.
Leonardo Di Ceresio survives this time. Here comes the tackle and another survival.
Let's talk about a sent-off beastman, an injured beastman, and an injured Chaos Warrior. Two in exchange for an injured Lorna. This shouldn't be happening. This is where the dice have been very much in Stavridis' favour. Is that his injury is injury.
Yeah, that's to finish what I was saying before. It's very much been. It's not that Sage has rolled ones and skulls constantly. It's just that he just cannot impose any injuries on this armor value 7 team, and you know that when armor value 7 holds up, you tend to win the game.
Oh, there's a kill. That's what we were just saying about it holding up. That's the thing. I mean, I've always said that armor value 7 is a balancing factor for strong players, for want of a better term. Essentially, players who have armor value 7 tend to have very good stats or skill accesses or otherwise to balance, or are very, very cheap.
Yeah, the Norse team with all block, for example.
Yeah,
and good movement.
Being easy to remove. Oh, that was a failed hypno gaze.
There's a 50% chance, but I guess it's worth taking.
Well, you know, it certainly would help against, you know, because he's obviously a guard player, this spell.
Oh.
Forced him to go for... I don't necessarily like that reroll in overtime format, although he's probably quite confident that he's not getting to overtime. It's overtime, being 2-0 up already. Double failing is bad, because that's going to be 2-star players getting hit in the head. But yeah, armor value 7 players are very much balanced around the fact that they're easy to remove. So when armor value 7 doesn't break, you're a very, very powerful team.
So 2 questions here. How quickly does Sage need to score?
Very.
And
I'd say he needs to score,
hang on.
My word. Double skulls into Jordell.
Just as I was saying, Sage hasn't rolled dub skulls. Jordell does eventually hit the deck, but even if he did get this to overtime, it's a reroll gone.
Let's talk about both star players hitting the dirt and neither of them having their armor broken. Although it does look like Jordell's about to get the granny fouled out of him.
Yeah, the second question was, your Stouticus, do you screen? Do you try to just cover off the options? Do you go balls deep for the ball?
I think he's just going to go for the ball, because if he can put this 3-0 down, it's you know, if he can
done.
put 3 on the board, it's done and gone. But here's the thing: all 3 of Stouticus' best players just got knocked to the ground.
You know, if this foul doesn't armor break, there's a hit on the ball there. It does though, and he gets the stun again.
But hang on, so 3 blocks and a foul, and all we see is 1 stunned Jordell. That's so incredibly friendly.
Has Jordell been trading armor with the tree? I know they don't run a tree, but he's been getting lessons from someone.
Into the strength 4. Is he going to go for the ball? He's going to go for the ball again, isn't he?
Well, what does Cumberbatch do if not go for the ball?
Oh my
days. It's a 1 die. It's a push. He does re-roll, and he knocks him down.
Jesus. He is, as we said, he's going hard for this.
And it scatters all the way to Eldrill's Sidewinder. It was a lovely zigzagging motion on the scatter there.
His side was winded. It was wow, this is how Super Bowl champions are defeated, isn't it?
Sage must be tearing his hair out at this point.
That was the hypno gaze to allow access. Oh, he's powered Sidewinder.
It's still not easy to get this ball back. Depends on the scatter.
Still not an armor break. Ball's still behind a Wood Elf in a tackle zone. He has got a blitz, so that's something.
Has he got a frenzy? No, he hasn't got a frenzy player. He's off injured.
Yeah, he got banged on by.
He got 1 died.
Well done,
there we go. We've lost a journeyman.
It's a journeyman. Stouticus' players are absolutely rock solid. I mean, he's given up a lot of hits here. You know,
it's a journeyman though. He's injured as well.
Is that another journeyman?
It is, yeah. So when you said Stouticus' players are rock solid, they don't count.
Well, they're
star
not
players.
Players.
That's it, yeah. The journeyman clearly playing for permanent contracts.
Look, we bled for the victory, man. He's going to have to just go for the ball and try and...
We're now in a situation where... Oh, it's a failed GFI.
I can't understand the GFI to get off the sideline. But
Do you
wow,
go again?
one
You
reroll.
can't go again.
No, you can't. But
It's
one
game
reroll
done.
Chaos, who have to turn over Wood Elves just to get them into overtime. That's a bad scenario.
I mean, we're in a situation where a rookie Beastman is now... Oh, there's a skull.
Remember when you talked about all the skulls that Sage didn't roll?
Okay, that's going to bring a dodge lineman back into play. He can come and provide an assist over there. The 5 plus Hypnotic Gaze just fails.
I didn't realise Hypnogaze was affected by assists.
Today I learned. Cumberbirch rolling the 6s.
He's marking him. We're gonna see a Jordell blitz.
Yeah, here he goes. Big
2 plus
Jordell.
3. In he goes.
2 dice into push.
Dodges through. Oh man. I'm actually kind of surprised that wasn't a knockdown. I'm genuinely surprised. We're going to see Wood Elf bodies all over this ball now, aren't we?
Surely. He's just, I mean, it's turn 11. He just needs to delay the Sage as long as he possibly can. Turn 11, it feels like we're much deeper into the half. So much has happened.
We could even see, even if he does get Sage to score, there's nothing to stop him trying to one-turn with this movement 9 War Dance.
He's a phenomenal player.
Nails, you know, because the Chaos now don't have any stand firm. They don't have any sidestep. So they could just try to one-turn. Because, you know, even if Sage scores, and this has got to be at the back of his mind, he could score, and, wow, Eldril not taking damage again. He could score, and then be one-turned against and instantly lose the game.
Yeah, if it goes 3 in any way, Sage is not getting 3 touchdowns without Morka levels of nonsense.
Without blitzes galore.
Jordell, Fresh Breeze, refusing to hit the deck again.
And marking the ball. Pretty terrifyingly.
Is he just going to blitz through with the... No, here comes a blitz from deep.
He needs to stop mucking about and end this game, doesn't he? That's the thing.
Sidestep onto the ball.
Now the ball's in 2 tackle zones, because why not?
Tackles with the ball carrier. Needs a reroll. That's Sage's last reroll. Gone.
But at least he got the power, right?
Did. But there's still a Wood Elf next to the ball. Yes, there's 2 guard players around, but the ball carrier's not got block.
AV7, fine. Stand on Eldril, man.
There he goes.
But that's only a KO, and there's a babe in play. So, oh, blitz with the rookie, well, almost.
Okay.
For 1 dice.
Turn 12 is just finished, and
all
the rerolls have gone.
That was a very short turn, but again, gets hit by Mighty Blow and only gets stunned.
So in a no reroll match, that surely puts things in Stouticus's favour?
Well, it puts the hitting in the Chaos team's favour, but it certainly puts the Agi nonsense in the Chaos. I don't know what he was trying to attempt with that one.
Oh, Fresh Breeze has finally gone, but again, it's only a KO.
Doesn't mean he's not coming back. I like how he's setting up for the granny foul. But can he even afford to foul? He really needs to run in. I feel like he needs to foul the War Dancer, but he also can't afford to.
So if he scores now, you're asking Stouticus to survive 4 turns.
3 Chaos turns. I like how he's taking the big hits first, like the 3 dices. The 2 dices will block to just try and do some damage.
Nick Ocus Cage was hit with the bees.
Not the bees!
And that is a touchdown.
Finally some damage onto one of Stouticus' actual players.
The spider gets into skull. And it's game on.
But it's game on. That's 3 turns that Sage has to turn over a Wood Elf team, assuming they don't shoot for a 1-turn touchdown. I would absolutely love to see Stouticus play a 1-turn attempt.
They're all back.
Although the risk could be, on the flip side, that if he does play for a 1-turn attempt and fails, he could give the ball to Sage.
Yeah, tricky decisions now. All of his knockouts have come back. One of which required the Babe. And that was not for either of the star players.
Denzel Walnuttington again. What a player. What I just love these player names.
So good. So very, very good. So is Sage going to set up for a blitz?
I kind of feel like he has to set up that, in theory, that he might be one turn and for a blitz. Although with the guard player on the pitch, the one turn isn't a bad.
He does. Oh yeah, he doesn't have a kicker, Sage. So setting up for a blitz very much depends on, the odds of the ball landing in a spot for him to be able to capitalise on that blitz are much lower.
He also can't set too far forwards with everyone because then he'll just end up with Wood Elves all over his backfield, and that's not a place where you want Wood Elves. This could comfortably go. This could theoretically, assuming friendly dice, go 3-1 for the standings.
There is the blitz.
I'm slightly behind, So if you just pause for a sec, there's the blitz. Which, of course, Rebel quality. There we go. The Chaos Warriors just started moving in.
Yeah, so blitz has happened, but it's too deep.
Yeah, that's far too deep. Is there anyone on the beast on the Chaos team who can? No, not even the ball handler.
Stickaz can't even get there with 2 GFIs.
But then again, there's not a lot you can do. He's gone for Eldril again. Eldril survives. Eldril is possibly being man of the match just for the amount of punishment he's taken. I've lost count of the amount of times Eldril's been smacked in the teeth.
It's certainly between him or the frankly wonderful Cumberbatch who've just been nailing everything.
Cumberbatch has been pretty fantastic. I wouldn't have been surprised to see him attempt. Oh, he's actually putting the ball on Cumberbatch, which I don't hate.
He's also going deep.
He's blodge step, right? He's clearly playing at stall.
Oh, this is risky.
Yeah, given the depth of the Chaos penetration already, I don't know if playing at stall is the right choice because they're already they're already several steps in your half.
What was the other option though? There's no way through that line on the line of scrimmage.
He could have tried to punch through Stickaz with the Mighty Blow player. Not so much to try and push up that flank, but just from a point of view of Mighty Blow onto that beastman. If he actually injures Stickaz, Sage has a really bad time even recovering the ball if there's an elf tackles on him, because losing sure hands and extra arms would make life really difficult for Sage.
It's going to come down to the old Wood Elf tactic of just not rolling ones.
Absolutely. And the Chaos tactic of making the Wood Elves roll lots of dice and punching as many of them as possible.
Yeah, giving them opportunities to roll ones.
Well, that's all Sage can really do here. I'm assuming he's saving his blitz for the Strength 4 tackle, who is in range of Jordell, is he?
Yeah, I wouldn't expect Jordell to hang around too much longer.
Well, there's no Mighty Blow there.
It doesn't need it.
Yeah, it gets powered. But you know what it is? It's just a stone.
Okay, that's a good gaze. He could open up a hole here. Now that he's got that hypnotic gaze. There is his hole. And Matthew Mahogany is diving straight into it.
Off he goes. This War Dance is surprisingly quick as well.
Oh.
He's pretty swift.
Stouticus must be sweating on every single dodge at this moment.
I mean, at least on the plus side, he does have the dodge reroll, so that's nice.
Oh, go for it. Will he go again? No, he's going to throw it.
Is he just going to punt it real deep here? Oh no, he's passing just to the dodge play. I don't know, I think just hoofing it really deep into the Chaos half.
Oh, another 2.
Utterly ruined.
Yeah, if he bombed that sort of to square 18 as you see it on the field there, or somewhere around that range, and Sage just isn't getting that and recovering it.
Still, I mean, that is a pretty effective elf school.
Well, that was just dodge, 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 dodge. What are dice, you know?
I've just started Sage's turn. Are we in the
Yeah, just started Sage's turn. So, Strength 4 tackle is within range of the ball with 1 GFI.
Without a GFI, actually.
Oh, of course, he's to Strength 4 horns, which means he doesn't need to worry about the assist.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the tackles, though.
Nails him.
And what is it again?
It's a stun. The wooden stunnings.
Yeah, what wood are they made of? These guys are made of like oak or some hardwood, aren't they? The extra arms guy does get it, but he's had to go all the way back into his own half to do so. Sage has now got the ball, but he's only got one turn, so we need to see like a scoring threat. He's got a couple.
Eldril Sidewinder is stunned. Which I think should be the team motto of this team now. So
well,
what do you
stun us, but you can't kill us.
Do you blitz the ball carrier?
Always. You always blitz this ball carrier.
Oh, here comes guard, so he's got a 2-die.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he doesn't have dodge. He's only got block. You've got mighty blow. If you can injure him,
it's push only.
That's pretty good for Sage, to be fair.
So Sage has 1, 2, 3, 4 scoring threats.
I would have liked Cumberbatch to mark the ball carrier, just to make life harder for him.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, he's got a mark. That's good.
Oh, that's interesting, because now it's 2 dodges either way. He has to blitz that catcher out the way.
He has to knock the catcher out the way. And
Which he does.
So. Catcher's level up as well, so let's hope. No, he's fine. They're not even around.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to die now.
Every
Oh, that's game. Well.
He needed 3 going for it and a handoff without rerolls. So Starwickers did a pretty good job of putting the game out of Sage's reach, and it worked.
Are we happy to call that a massive upset?
I am happy to call it that. I love how he's set up a 3 dice on a rookie beast. some SPP on this 14 out of 16 Denzel Walnuttington. I like that play.
Does he get it? No.
It's an arm break, but it's not a... No. Oh. As soon as you saw the arm break, you had to be like super excited that you might be leveling that guy up, and then it's just a stun.
Well, he finally rolled a 1.
He rolled a couple of 1s through the game, but honestly, not as many as... Oh, and look who gets MVP as well. Which
I think that was fully deserved.